You think John Henry knows? He knows that Salah and Virgil are like good.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? That's for Richard Hughes to sort out. Michael Edwards knows that. But we know Michael Edwards' policy from prior was, man gets over 30, I'm not really trying to, you know what I mean? And he's probably passed that on to Hughes as well. So it's one of those ones. They have to do that. They employ people to do the football job. So if man ain't got no argument for Hughes and that, then I don't know what you got an argument for.
What? Yeah, that's a good question. Then why does Hughes and Michael Edwards, why do they don't really get a lot of the blame when things are not going right from the team standpoint? It's always the owner's fault. I always wondered that, because I'm like, you employ these guys to do a job, but we never mention them when we're talking about like getting players, signing or selling players. We never really mention them. Edwards used to get a lot of praise, because when we say like we used to rob these other teams, we used to give them our players for like 30, 40 million. You're like, how? But now no one cares when we're in the contract situation. Yeah, you're right. FSG's going to obviously sanction the money side of it, but it's down to Richard Hughes and it's down to Michael Edwards to kind of sort this out.
Yeah. Bro, I've never been in a space where, especially since maybe more since like, not, I don't even want to just say fan content, but fans in general of all, there's been a rush in it online of fans. And they've always, don't get me wrong, they've been there throughout Twitter times and that way. It's got more and more. And I'd say once COVID got there, more and more people swooped in because they didn't have enough to do. Let's talk about it. So what happened is like Liverpool fans, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm saying in general, they got swooped into being emotionally attached to like sporting directors and stuff. That's never been a thing, bro. Like we know more about sporting directors in 2025 than we ever have. Now, yes, we got the internet and Google and all that stuff, but we know too much, bro. Yeah, mate, it's a very strange thing that we have going on with it. And because of that, people got attached to the dream team of Michael Edwards and Klopp, and oh my god, he's done this, and oh my god, it's so cold that he sold he sold Jordan Ibe for this, and this guy sold Brewster for this and all that. I mean, I never understood why we got gassed off it, because unless we were at a club that was selling players and immediately spending the money that we got from them, I've never understood why Liverpool fans get excited about these sporting directors and stuff. Same as soon as Thingy was coming back, Michael Edwards, man, them was streaming and getting gassed, and everyone's thumbnail was all over excited. We're gonna cook. We got Edwards back and all that. At the end of the day, bro, like, yeah, man can buy the players, but other clubs have brought great players over the years and stuff. And if the manager ain't right and can't coach the team properly, it doesn't matter, bro. I mean, we know that the Galacticos they underperformed, didn't they, for years?
Yeah, that's true.
For years, bro. Like, people do this thing now with Real Madrid where it's like, oh my god, they just win everything and Trent's gonna go. Brother, before 2014, it was looking bleak, bruv. It was all spread out and that. It's not like don't let all the Champions League fool everyone, bruv. Perez had to come back. People forget that he left, bro. He hasn't been the Real Madrid president the whole time. He left and had to come back, bro. Went through about 9 managers or something in a short space of time. One of the seasons went through like 3 or 4 managers. So our club is ran properly. It's just that it doesn't. Like, I know I say this all the time, but it just doesn't match what the fans want. For example, I'll just use what Abby said in the chat when he said, "I'll fix Liverpool first." Notice that Liverpool fans, and I'm here with you as well, because we all whatever, but we're not slotting it. So Liverpool fans will always be, we need a left back, we need a midfielder, we need another centre back, we need a striker, and then we can talk about if FSG is doing a good job. I hear all of that. When did you hear Slot saying here that apart from the midfielder? So it's all based on our subjectivity that we think we need a left back because Robbo's legs are going. But that doesn't matter. Like, the manager never said that. We think we need another centre back because we're worried about Gomez's legs and Kwanzaa and all that. But the manager never said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think that we need a new striker, but the manager's still playing who he's playing, and we were saying that, brother, and we scored 106 goals, and us and Chelsea have scored the most goals in the Premier League. So while we're costing our players and stuff, oh my God, Jota and Nunes and blah blah's only scored 4 goals in 2025, still top goal scorers. So it's always a subjective thing. And don't get me wrong, I promise people in the chat, I'm not telling you not to think like this. We're football fans. It's natural. You know what I mean? If I see a striker stinking up, I'm naturally gonna go as a fan. We need a new striker. But we're not the coach. And FSG's not the coach. So for them, it's just run our club properly, innit? What do we need to run the club properly? And they ask Michael Edwards that question. What do we need to get Liverpool to get to this spot so we can make more money? Before anyone gets offended, that's what they're supposed to do, the businessmen. They're not going to ask what do we need to get to Liverpool to this spot to win the Champions League and the Prem. It's what do we need to get to this spot to win only so we can get the money. I don't give a damn about your Champions League medal. You know what I mean? It's nice to show off to other billionaires that my assets doing great. But that's more like a Saudi thing. Like Saudi owners do that kind of stuff. Because a toy to them, they got bare billions. My toy's doing better than yours. Like like people own horses and that.
Yeah.
They don't need the money from the horse winnings. They just want to know that, you know what I mean? So that's what FSG and whoever in that club, the president or whatever, will tell Michael Edwards, what do we need to do this? He's going to say this and blah, 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 blah. Okay, is this budget all right? Or is it blah, blah, blah? Yeah, well, we need to do this. Okay, you're the Moneyball guy, Edwards. You studied this. Okay, pass that message on to Hughes. I employed Hughes because he follows my policy already, bro. Otherwise, why would I get him? So he's a data guy too. So it's like, Hughes, what do you need to, you know what I mean? And it's like, well, I can probably get this out of that. And, you know what I mean? We can't get another Salah, but there's this other guy who's 20 mil and he follows the same output kind of thing of Salah. Like he doesn't get as many goals, but when he shifts onto his left foot, he does the same kind of thing as Salah.
In the top corner,
okay, we'll do that. What about striker? The saying about this Isak thing seems interesting, but they're out Newcastle asking 100 mil. All right, what can we get close to that? Okay, well, there's another striker who holds up the ball and he seems to be strong and on the turn. And that, what's his name? Oh, it's Cunha. What's his price going for? Oh, well, it's got buyout clause. It's about 60 mil. So it's half of the Isak money. Yeah. Well, then we'll do that then. What about Diaz guys? I don't know, mate. It's his dad talking a lot, but he ain't really said anything. I think we need to bump up his wages, though. All right, say no more. Let me go back to that's business, bro. It's business. I know it doesn't sound sexy, bro, but I'm just a realist on these things. I can't be the emotional thing that I used to have when I was a bit younger, and that used to be excited. But we've been disappointed so many times of all these world class players flying around, and we never get them. I maintain to this day that the only world class player we've ever brought is Thiago. I maintain that.
Yeah, you're right. We've never really, like, just looking back at the squad, everyone became world class. The ones that became world class in our team. We didn't buy
the closest we've had is somebody on the cusp of like they look like they can potentially be, but we've never had. Like, let's not lie to ourselves, bro. If Virgil was world class at Southampton, he wouldn't have been at Southampton.
Yeah, he would have.
Man's trajectory was Celtic first, bro, and that means Man City would have got him because they were. Remember, everyone wanted Maguire first. Yeah. So, you get me? So Maguire, remember, everyone's forgetting Maguire cost more than Virgil. Maguire cost 80 mil, bro. So he wasn't world class. Salah was seen as a dope winger, rapid, Roma. This is not world class. Mane wasn't even in the league that long. Good player, but potential. And then you got the rest of them, Gini Wijnaldum, all of these, man, like Robbo was 2 mil and all that. Like Trent was the academy only because Klein got injured. So we've never brought the world class. So I see why everyone gets excited, and it is dope, and it's fun to talk about it sometimes. You know, like when you have them conversations, what would you do if you won the lottery? That's how I feel when we talk about Liverpool transfers. Remember, like, them conversations are cold. You start talking about what you're going to do with the money. We're going to move to the countryside. And then once the conversation's done and you give yourself 5 minutes, you're like, fuck this lottery shit. I ain't going to win that.
Yeah, I'm going to win that.
And then you know what happens? You turn on the news in a week and someone won, which is Man City blood. And you're like, oh, let's turn this off, man. Hope that person loses their money. No, like that.
Let me lose. But I've got big up to everyone inside, by the way, guys. Love for the lovers, always, man. I see you, honesty, bro. Big up the mods as well in the building, Liz in the building, and Alexander. Big up. But yeah, to your point, I saw this in terms of the stats, right? And you're right. Like the team is doing well. Like they're not struggling, but at the same time, we still have different expectations to what they do. You're right. The fans want what they want, and the club internally probably go, well, we don't need to do all of these things.
Yeah.
But look, we're talking. Goals were top. Didn't like we're conceded. What is that? Second most. Clean sheets were first as well, which is good.
Mhm.
This I didn't understand. So our shots and then shots faced. Why are we first in that one? I think the editors should have left that one out.
I
Why
know,
are we
yeah,
faced
man.
the first
I don't
amount of
want,
shots in the Prem?
yeah, I don't want
Like,
slot fist bumping being first at shots face, blood. That's
that's
crazy,
a
bro.
lot of shots, 281. So we could have conceded 281 goals. That's what I saw.
I pray for Alisson and Kelleher, blood. Respect them, man.
Expected goals, we're top in that one as well. Big chances, we're top. So, like, in terms of the direction the club is going in, currently we're going in a good direction, right? And as I said, there's two ways to look at them trying to buy a club. It could be a negative thing from a fan base because we should be looking at maybe sorting our stuff out first and then worrying about that. But as you said, they're businessmen, so they're going to look to obviously acquire other clubs. And then we can then build from that as well. We could like loan players there. We could get players, first dibs on players like the top talents that they got as well. Academy players, we can go right. Instead of, we loading into the championship, we could load you in the La Liga, bro. Go and play in the Spanish league. Yeah. So there's
one more thing as well, I will say is I haven't gone out their way to try and buy Malaga, bro. Malaga's available to buy.
Yeah.
There's a big difference, bro. So I just wanted to say that. It's not like they woke up and said, oh, we buy Malaga. Right. No, it's available. So but when people thinking about the timing, well, the timing's when Malaga choose, not when these lot choose. If I tell you I'm selling a pair of trainers today, and then I don't know, your missus is like, yo, we're going on holiday, like you're like, yeah, but they're exclusive trainers. I didn't know he was gonna sell them today, but if I don't buy it now, he's gonna sell it to somebody else. 100%. Like, oh, it's safer, just do that. You get me? And that's kind of what it is. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Cool. But yeah, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat, man. Hello says FSG, get the hell out of my club. That's crazy, blood. Andre, interesting take on things. I'm glad you do. Glad you find it interesting, my bro. Let me see. They ain't footballing people from Gangan deep, but they employ the football people. So if we stagnate, if Salah, Virgil, Trent leaves, it will be on them. I agree with that one as well. In terms of us, if we stagnate. So I think if they leave, they have to help fix the issue alongside Richard Hughes and all